Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Chair, we are raising our hand for two things. The first one, Chair, is that we believe that this could have been handled better, but it's not something that can put us on a stand still. Our view, Chair, is that there is nothing wrong insofar as the principle of odi alteram is concerned. By what the senior counsel is doing, because he is simply testing allegations which are implicating the witness before us. But I think that, Chair, the counsel was supposed during consultation to guide the witness, to say to him, these are the issues that you are expected to respond to during the interview in an ad hoc committee. So we're just speaking for the future now to say in future the council can do better by ensuring that there is no witness who comes here and say, I've been ambushed. I could have done better in terms of giving responses had I been given enough opportunity to prepare for responding to these averments or allegations. But that is not an issue we are willing to die for. I'm raising my hand for a follow-up question, Chair. If I heard you correctly, Mr. Nkabinde, you said you did not know Brown Mokgotsi before you were given an instruction by the minister to facilitate a meeting.
That's correct, Chair. And
that instruction, that meeting that you are talking about took place in November, correct? The first meeting.
Around October, November.
Yes, I said around, but under corrections, because I don't have my information. All my information are in those gadgets.
Okay,
I could be precisely.
Yes, around October, November. So the minister, when did the minister give you his number? Mr. Mokgotsi's number? When did he give you? Before the meeting, a day before the meeting, or way before the meeting was held?
He gave me a number before the meeting because I could not facilitate a meeting
you know
without having a number.
What precipitates a confusion, Chair, here is that Mr. Nkabinde says in his statement he was called by General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi in September 2024. General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was asking him about Brown Mokgotsi. And he says, in his reply, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokgotsi as a close, and well, he's now saying he didn't say he's a close associate, but he says, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokgotsi as a person who is close to the minister. And that was in September. Again, he says, he did not know Brown Mokgotsi up until he was instructed by the minister to facilitate a meeting around October and November. Now, a call from General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was made before the meeting for which he was instructed to facilitate. So that's where the confusion is. I think there's a lot of contradiction that the witness is making.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Chair. You see, our problem is that we are relying on the sequence of events here. And the sequence of events is explained by dates. To say on this date, this is what happened. And that is explained from the first to the last paragraph. If what we're being told here is anything to go by, it means the whole statement is misleading. So the committee can't rely on a misleading statement. And two, even if the statement was written by the evidence leader, they gave you to read the statement. They made you to confirm the content of the statement. And you signed the statement. Unless you are telling us that you signed it ad duress. If you are saying to us they made you to sign forcefully, then we can understand. But if they made you to read the statement and allowed you to sign it before the statement was commissioned, then it means the problem is with you. I think, Chair, the only option we have here, because we can't rely on a misleading statement. This is a misleading statement because he says he is not sure of the dates that he has written here. And the statement is reflective of dates from the first to the last paragraph. So there is no need for us to have this interview unless we are saying we have appetite of engaging in a talk show. Because this is a talk show. If he says, no, I made some mistake, some of these dates are not accurate, I did not have my gadgets. This is a statement for which you must be accountable in future. Because we make records here to say under oath, this is what you said to us. These are the dates that you gave to us. So there is absolutely no need for this interview. Nkabinde must go and write a proper statement and come back to an interview when he's ready for this interview. Unless he says he is ready to continue misleading this committee. If he says he wants to mislead us, then he can mislead us, but we are not prepared to sit in a talk show. This is a waste of time. Thank you. Because, Chair, if we continue under the circumstances, it's going to compromise the whole integrity and credibility of our work. The witness has said here that he has tamsacked. 2, he says his gadgets are not with him. 3, he says that the statement was written on his behalf. Now, that should give you an indication, Chair, that if our report here, our final report goes to court, then the witness, the very same witness that we want to sympathize with here, will use the same reasons that he has given here to say, by the way, that statement is not reflective of my sentiments. This is what transpired. So we must not set a wrong precedent, Chair. And 2, we must avoid trouble while it is still far away at all costs, and not wait for trouble to compromise the work of this committee. So, in summary and in conclusion, we are saying we can't proceed under these circumstances because we will compromise the credibility of our work. The witness must go home and prepare with his lawyers. Thank you.
Honorable Cameron.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think there would have been enough reason to continue had he not said the bit about thumb sucking. When he said that, he lost us. I think in terms of his statement, if he had stated right at the beginning that some of the dates might be slightly off because of the fact he doesn't have access to his gadgets, there could have been a discussion around that. But what bothers me is there's no indication that he went above and beyond to get the relevant information. I'm sure that if he had written to the department, for example, and said, my gadgets have been seized, I need a record of the diary entrances that I made for the minister on, more or less between these dates, I can't imagine that the department would have not granted him access to that or given him a printout of it. So, this isn't a haphazard type of thing. This is about the collapse of an entire criminal justice system. So I'm concerned about that, and I respectfully don't see him taking it seriously enough as we are here today. He needs to go back to the drawing board and bring information that we can actually work with. I'm not sure if there's anything in the rest of the statement that we can be sure is not thumbsucked. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable Klopper.
Thank you. I'm covered, Chair, by what Honorable Cameron has said, and I'm in full agreement.
Okay. Honorable Malim.
No, thanks, Chair. I think that the SC must speak from a very embarrassed position to even suggest what he suggested, because he's implicated in that mess. They say he wrote that kind of statement for the witness. That implicates us. That a witness was not properly prepared by our evidence leaders. And then they come and say, because they don't want to take responsibility, they come and say, no, let's proceed. They are the ones who prepared that statement for him. And this chap would have said to the evidence leaders of this committee, I don't have my gadgets. He says that actually. He says, I told them, I don't have those gadgets. And when he speaks, you can hear the SC saying, roundabout. Just estimate. When a man says to you, I'm in a disadvantaged position, I don't have my gadgets, I can't make reference to anything. Okay, more or less, when did this happen? And after they made him to do those things that he did in this statement, they say, no, let's proceed. After he said on a public platform that our own lawyers are the ones who said to him, thumbsuck, just roundabout, just think about it. Do you remember it? So it is incorrect that we want to put the whole blame on that chap without also making reference to our senior counsel, who should read these things and be able to point out contradictions right from the beginning, that but what you are saying doesn't make sense. So this guy deliberately misled us. He deliberately misled us, and the issue Honorable Mates is raising of perjury is very correct. When you come here, you don't thumbsuck. That's a message we need to send, and I was telling the chief whip of the ANC that we need to prepare other witnesses by sending this one home, so that next time they come here, they know it's not a place to play here. It's not a playground here. We sit here until 12 midnight, and you still think we're playing. So we need to send a strong message. No one is going to come here and thumbsuck things and take advantage and want to undermine this committee. So I fully agree that we need to send him home. He needs to go, but we still need him back here. And there's nothing also, in my knowledge, Chair, that stops you from calling whoever took your gadgets and say to them, can I please have access to my gadget because I'm preparing for the ad hoc committee. Those people will fully cooperate. He never says, I try to have access to my gadget, they refuse. So that's a person who takes this process very serious, that I can't go there without my gadgets. Can I please have access to my gadgets? I just want to cross-reference certain information. You can still keep them. Maybe they will even ask that he comes and do it in their office to do a cross-reference and be accurate on dates and facts about issues. He has never done that because this is a by the way a process. We'll just see when we arrive there. They may not even ask us about those things. The minister went to the mine 14 November. He says he was given a number of Mokgotsi October, November to prepare for a meeting of the mine. When he realizes, man, I made a mistake because I said Mkwanazi gave me the number and I confirmed it. It's not about the date. It's about what matters there is about when did he start communicating with Mokgotsi. He deliberately decided to just lie. And then when his court says, no, I don't have gadgets, I was thumb sucking and all of that. So, Chair, we must never allow that here. No one must come here and play with this committee. I don't think he would have done that at Madlanga. So we must never be undermined as this committee, and that message must be sent strongly today. That here you don't thumbsuck, here you come with facts and you back those facts with attachments. And from there, we can have a proper engagement. Thanks, Chair.